Hi, I'm Jim Knotts, President and CEO of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund. Welcome to today's virtual reading of the names. 2022 marks the 40th anniversary of the dedication of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C. As part of our commemoration, we'll host an in-person reading of the names at the wall from November 7th through 10th, 2022, when all 58,281 names on the wall will be read aloud. In the lead up to that event, we'll be reading names each day online while sharing the photos of these heroes. For our daily virtual reading, the names of the service members will be read by month and day of death between the years 1956 and 1975 in alphabetical order for the given day. We apologize in advance for any mispronunciations. Know that our readers are doing their best to honor these service members. We hope you'll listen and watch each day and share with others as we remember and honor those who gave their lives during the Vietnam War.
Dennis Wayne Allen, Steve Anderson, Myron Stanley Beach Jr., Patrick John Bowen, John C. Borowski, Glenn Wayne Bradley, Donnie Joe Braswell, Kenneth Lloyd Brown, Cheryl Vance Brown, Lonnie Morris Burchett, Elijah Wallace Burkett, Thomas Allen Campbell, Thomas Allen Sears, William B. Christensen, Roger William Clark, Johnny Ray Cobb, David Paul Crozier, Robert James Cunningham, Kenneth Julian Cymbowski, Jimmy Earl Darby, Victor Lee DeFore, Joe B. Delafiano, William Joseph Durling, Larry Allen Doring, Kenneth Wayne Ekman, John Michael Ellis, Arthur Dewey Elmendorf, Arthur Albert Irwin, James Fabrizio, Bobby Jean Farmer, Michael Thomas Fitzpatrick, Paul Jerry Fouche, John R. Fry, Arlen Dean Gable, Frank Clifford Green Jr., David Nelson Harrow, Roger Dale Hartness, Monty Eugene Henderson, Thomas William Herbst, Robert Hernandez, Daniel Richard Hively, Lon Michael Halupko, William Horner, Fraser Daniel Huggins, William Alton Hyman, Stephen Paul Ironside, Luis Rafael Jimenez, David Harold Johnson, Roy Albert Johnson, Michael Clay Jones, Daniel Walter Jordan, Edward Kikau Kia, Danny Garth Keaton, Fred Allen Kelly, Doy Ray Kendricks, Revelry Lawrence Kerwin, Robert Wayne King, Albert F. Klestenek Jr., Siegfried Koffler, Kenneth C. Kraus, Ronald James Krieg, Rudy Paul Krisman, Michael Lee Crom, Jack Vernon Lackey Jr.,
Donald Roy Last, Peter Gerald Lechner, Jerry Lee Lenardi, Fred Andrew Lind, Leonard Wayne Lockard, Hans Peter Lutz, Robert James Manius, Dennis Keith Martin, Buddy Ray Martin, Ernie Robles Martinez, Thomas Henry Moltsby Jr., James T. McConnell III, Peter Francis McLaughlin, Sigurd Martin Messer, Claude Paul Miller, Michael Sidney Mitchell, William Francis Mocker, John Samuels Myers, Steve Victor Mylent, Rex K. Offield, Robert Lee Oldham, Anthony Stephen Papalos, Robert William Peck, David Dawson Pepin Jr., Oris Lamar Poole, Frederick Carroll Raymond Jr., Arthur Clifton Retzlaff, Richard Francis Runzo, Jewel Michael Sable, Walter A. Samons Jr., Douglas Scales, David Paul Schultz, William Alexander Scott, Franklin Steve Shepard, Moulton Jean Shores, James Alvin Smith, Robert Patrick Sosa, Henry Eugene Sparks, Philip Glenn Spencer, Harry Dwayne Spire, Charles Thomas Stockbauer, John Robert Stockdale, Gary Lee Strauss, Johnny Ray Tagman, Robert Virtus Tillotson, Carlos Franklin Todd, William Lee Tolliver, Jesus M. Torres, Raymond Torres, Larry George Traverton, William Owen Trujillo, Albert Sosi, Alexander John Urban Jr., George Vanderdusen, Edward Charles Vanover, Lemon Wallace Jr., James Craig Weirs, Robin Kermeyer Wetzler, Oscar Lee White, Ben White, Lawrence Allen Whitfield, Malcolm D. Whitting III, Brian Lee Wilkin, Richard Harry Williams, Walter Douglas Williams, Timothy Taylor Williams, Jackie Lavanda Woodard, Robert Paul Wyatt,